What's up, YouTube? It's Joel here. We've got your fourth stimulus check update with news on the fourth stimulus check being tied to the next huge $1 trillion stimulus package coming from Biden, and also a fifth stimulus check from the state that you actually live in. We have news on seeing the biggest boost coming to Social Security in a decade, with inflation is rising very quickly, the fastest since 2008, and that's one of the factors to the increase for Social Security and a push for a fourth stimulus check, and more student loan cancellations actually coming from Congress. We've got influential Republicans who are threatening to form a new party. This is your stimulus and economic news update, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And you know how we do it on this channel, so let's work together and do our own stimulus giveaway on this channel. If we can get to 10,000 likes on this video, then I'm going to give away another $500 to 5 winners. So that's going to be $100 a piece to 5 winners. And all you have to do is, number 1, be subscribed to the channel. Number 2, smash that like button. And number 3, comment on this video on what you think about the stimulus checks and how much they should be. And I just want to say I appreciate every comment, every like on this video. You are what makes true life investing happen. And please, if anyone asks you for personal info or to contact them on WhatsApp, it's not me, it's fake. But I do want to go ahead and say these are our winners from the last giveaway. I've already reached out to 3 of them and I sent them their $100. But if I haven't reached out to you, please comment on this video so I can give you your $100 stimulus giveaway. This is actually a video from our friend Renita Lopez, one of our winners.
I won $100 through True Life Investing.
And just remember, as the channel grows, I want to give back so that others have a chance to grow and invest with me. So let's get right into it. Right now, we have a bill from Kamala Harris, our Vice President, Bernie Sanders, the chair of the Finance Committee in the Senate, and Ed Markey in the Senate to give Americans that need relief $2,000 per month. This bill is expected to be pushed and added to the new existing bills that Biden has already proposed, and they are working to pass this immediately. But we have Chuck Schumer, who understands where things are at with the Republicans, and actually getting to 60 votes to get a bill passed is most likely not going to happen. And that's why he already did the groundwork and got the approval to pass 2 more bills passed through budget reconciliation. So they have the ways and the means to get things done. Now, there is a huge push for a fourth stimulus check because the programs that were created to get people relief pertaining to rental assistance, food assistance, mortgage assistance are still not all the way there, and people are having trouble getting that. So despite all the financial assistance that already has been given, we've got millions of Americans who remain in financial distress, with about 4 in 10 people saying their income remains below what it was before the pandemic, according to a survey from TransUnion. So understanding that they were trying to get things back to normal, they're trying to get people back to their pre-pandemic lives, so some have proposed adding recurring stimulus checks, but the last round of stimulus checks cost over $400 billion. That was $1,400 for adults and children. So the latest round that they are proposing is $2,000 for adults and $1,000 for children for those that make under $120,000 per individual. And so there are so many reasons they are pushing for this, but if you live in a certain state, you could actually see another stimulus check heading your way into your bank account a lot faster. Right now, states have received $350 billion in direct flexible aid coming from the last $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Forbes wrote, the state and local coronavirus fiscal recovery fund notes that local and state governments may use the funds for direct assistance to households and populations facing negative economic impacts due to COVID-19. This is where we're talking about more stimulus checks. For instance, California issued a $600 payment to households with income below $30,000. Other states that already have issued payments or will soon are Maryland, Colorado, and New Mexico. So in addition to stimulus payments, the funding can also be used for food assistance, rent or mortgage or utilities, counseling and legal aid to prevent homelessness, emergency assistance for burials or home repairs or weatherization, or just to even get internet access. And also, which is my favorite, job training. The reason the last is my favorite is because if I can get help to invest into myself and grow my skills, that's gonna last a whole lot longer than a one-time $600 check. So let me know your thoughts on the new assistance coming, and what do you prefer? Do you think there should be more skills and job training opportunities to help people elevate their skills and build a better life for themselves and their families? They are saying that in 2022, we could have the biggest boost to Social Security checks in over a decade. There's been so much talk and actual bills proposed for those on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI to increase their monthly payout and help them get to a better place financially than ever before. And I mean literally, there are literally rules that are still in place and haven't been amended for those on Social Security since 1984. So it's about time to actually see some change and reform come to this program. Inflation has sped up exponentially in April, and consumer prices have leaped 4.2%, the fastest since 2008. So we're talking about like good prices, housing costs, gasoline costs, energy prices, everything's going up. And this is what is affecting the increases that are coming to those on SSI, SSDI, and Social Security, because they have to have enough money to make it. This is where we are talking about the increase of over 5% in the cost of living adjustment. This is where Biden is wanting to move everyone on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI to at least 125% of the federal poverty line, which for some could be up to $547 per month increase. So that's amazing. So just to let you know, if you are on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, and you receive less than $120,000 per year, you would receive the fourth stimulus check if what they have gets passed in the new infrastructure bill or the American Families Plan. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comments section. So now we have student loan forgiveness. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona is already pursuing the reform and actually looking into what can and can be canceled through executive order for Biden. This is where we're looking at a minimum of $10,000 removed, canceled, forgiven for student loan borrowers at the minimum, or $50,000 at the maximum. We are either looking at writing off $400 billion in student loan debt or over $1 trillion in student loan debt for tens of millions of Americans. We have Senator Elizabeth Warren, a leading advocate for student loan cancellation, who says that student loan forgiveness would stimulate the economy. If her legislative plan passes, you're talking about 36 million student loan borrowers would get their federal student loans canceled completely, wiped away. Supporters like Warren say that the student loan cancellation will lead to new business formation, increase consumer spending, increase geographic mobility, increase the marriage rate, help people buy more homes, and save for retirement, among other benefits. So while that is being worked on, we have members of Congress who are pushing and making amendments to fix existing loan forgiveness programs that they say are riddled with roadblocks. So more than 50 mostly Democratic lawmakers are urging Education Secretary Miguel Cardona to pursue reforms so millions of teachers, nurses, and other public sector workers will get relief from their college debt. These are those frontline workers, y'all. There are many ways that education lending reform is coming our way, but we didn't get into $1.7 trillion of student loan debt by chance. And so lawmakers feel that this is the exact time to reform and make it so that we have a higher graduation rate, and so that if you do get student loans, there comes a degree with it. Let me know your thoughts about this student loan cancellation, forgiveness, and reform in the comments section. So we've got everybody wondering about what's going to happen to the GOP. Trump caused quite a big stir and is still continuing to do so. Dozens of Republicans are planning to call for reforms amid escalating divisions within their party and are threatening to form a separate group if GOP members do not break away from former President Trump. There's more than 100 former Republican officials who are expected to release their demands in a letter called A Call for American Renewal, according to NBC News. The letter states the Republicans must either reimagine a party dedicated to our founding ideals or else hasten the creation of such an alternative. If the Republican Party becomes divided, it would make it a lot harder for them in the future, because regardless, everyone is thinking of midterms next year. And if the historical trend still follows, usually the opposite party of the president wins more seats in midterms, so we could see a shift in the control of the House and the Senate. So that's why the Democrats are trying to push through these huge legislations right now, because they have the votes, they have the means, and they understand that they might not have that next year. So they want to go ahead and get what they want completed and get done this year. So let me know your thoughts on all this craziness that's happening in the comments section. But let's remember that we are about building our own wealth and making our future brighter for ourselves and those around us. So don't wait on me or anyone else. Invest into yourself. Whether it's reading books, whether it's getting into investing. I've started by getting to investing through 2 platforms that are super easy to use. You've got Webull, who if you sign up with them right now, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. Or you can go with Robinhood and you can get 2 free stocks with them when you make a deposit. But these are super easy to use platforms. You can ask me questions if you have any pertaining to investing, and I'll answer those in the comments section. But the main point is to get ourselves to financial freedom, build some wealth for ourselves and for our family, and get started on the path to wealth for the future. So remember, those links are down in the description. Let me know which free stocks you get and take some extra change and change your life. Even if you do it like me, I take literally 20 bucks a week, put it into my accounts, and then I've let my money slowly grow. But at least I'm starting and I'm not waiting, because right now is always the best time to start investing. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you and learn how to build some wealth. This is Joel with True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.